Hey guys, welcome to my legal classes. This is Ganesh Pujari, and in my last few classes we have already discussed in detail on possession and ownership. And I thought before concluding these two aspects, I'll have one session, quick one slide session on the difference available between the possession and ownership. As I said, it is just one slide. Why to waste time? Let's get into that slide. I'm not going to explain anything out of this. This is a very simple table which is a self-explanatory. I'll just read out because all of these things we have already studied in our 4 previous sessions. Let us see one by one. The first point is possession is law of fact, which is primary stage of ownership, whereas ownership is law of right. Possession is law of fact, whereas ownership is law of right. The second aspect is, or the difference is, possession doesn't give title in the property. That means de facto exercise of a claims, whereas ownership gives the title in the property. That means de jure recognition. De facto means the law of fact, whereas de jure is law of right. The third aspect is possession is a fact and ownership is a right and superior to possession. That is one aspect you need to remember. That is the biggest difference. Possession is just a fact, whereas ownership is fact as well as right over a possession. The fourth one is possession tends to become ownership, whereas ownership tends to realize itself into possession. The fifth difference is elements of corpus and animus are necessary, whereas in ownership they are not really necessary. For example, if somebody is having a property in India, he may not be having the physical connection or corpus, whereas he will definitely have legal rights over that particular property. That is through de jure. That is the next difference. The transfer of possession is very easy. It's as easy that if you have a car, you can transfer the possession of car by just giving the key to someone so they can use. But transfer of ownership is not that easy. If you want to give the car completely to that person, that means ownership change means you have to complete lot of legal documentation also. So there is process to be followed when you are transferring the ownership. The seventh aspect is possession is a 9 points of law, whereas ownership most of the cases involves a technical process. Here it is 9 points law, which means out of every 9 times of 10 times we believe the one who is having the possession is the owner, whereas in ownership most of the cases involves a technical process also. In eighth aspect, that means technical process means you have to see the documents and other stuff to believe whether he is the owner or not. That is the technical process. The eighth difference is all possession need not to be ownership. That is one important aspect you need to remember. If somebody is having key of car, that means they definitely have the possession of that particular car, but we are not yet sure whether they are the owner of the car because it might belong to someone else also. But 9 out of 10 times we believe that the one who is possessing the key is the owner of the car, but it may not be the case also. Whereas all ownership, though not having possession, have legal rights. Now once you are the legal owner of a particular thing, even when you don't have possession, you are still the legal owner, or you are having legal rights over that particular property. These are the 8 difference you can remember. Even when I prepared this slide, I also felt here and there it is kind of little repetitive, but there is slight differences which you need to bring in while you are elaborating the same. That's all for today's class. If you are really enjoying my videos or understanding my videos, or if you felt that my videos are helpful, please help me by sharing my videos among your friends so that I get more subscribers, and that keeps me motivated. And today you are student, I am giving law classes, and tomorrow when you become lawyers, I will give case laws also. So that way we can grow together. Thank you so much for watching me, and all the very best for your exams, and thanks again.